Hello, good day viewers. Welcome to another presentation. This is your presenter, Mr. Mlenga. So right here with me, I've got additional mathematics for 2023, paper 1 for internal candidates. So I want us to go through question 1, question 2, 3, and 4. So let's see how we can answer these questions. All right, so we start with question 1 right here. Question 1 reads, the points A and B these are given points that we have. Okay, find the equation of the perpendicular line to the line AB, to this line AB at the point B. So if we have a straight line like this, line AB from A to B, then at this point B, we are going to have another line that will be perpendicular to line AB. So one of the properties of perpendicular line is that if this line is perpendicular to AB at the point B, then it's going to form a 90 degrees right here. Okay, so this line is perpendicular to this line. Now, how can we find the equation of the perpendicular line, the equation of this perpendicular line to the line AB? So first thing, find the gradient of line AB. Okay, that is gradient 1. So let us rename our coordinate. This will be x1, y1, x2, y2. So gradient 1, you say m1 is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So from here, we fuse in the points. So our y2 is a 7 right here. 7 minus our y1 is a 4 over our x2 is a negative 2 minus our x1 is having a negative 6. So put it in bracket. Okay, negative 6. So from here, we are going to say m1 is equal to, okay, so 7 minus 4, this will give us a 3. All right, so then negative 2, so say negative 2, so negative times negative, it's a positive 6, okay? So from here, we're going to have 3 over negative 2 plus 6. This will give us a 4. So this is the gradient of line AB, okay? Now, we need to find the gradient of this line, okay? We will say this line CD, we give it C and D. So the gradient of this line CD, since we are finding the gradient of M1, so for gradient of this line is M2, it's going to be a negative 4 over a 3. So this will be the gradient of line what? Line 2. So the way I've gotten this, it's coming from this idea where you say M1, gradient 1 times gradient 2, it should give you a negative 1. So you multiply the gradient of the first line times the gradient of the perpendicular line, it should give us a negative 1. Okay, so you can also use this to give you the same value for gradient 2. So from here, let us now proceed. We find the equation of the perpendicular line. So it's very easy to find the equation of the perpendicular line because we have the gradient. So to find the equation, remember from the coordinates that we have, we can pick one. Okay, we can pick one coordinate. All right, so let's say we have gotten a point A, and this point A is having this coordinate negative 6, 4. So if you want, you can pick coordinates for B, it's fine. So from here, we say this is our x1, y1. And we have the gradient for line 2, which is perpendicular. It's a negative 4 over a 3. So this is enough to come up with the equation of the perpendicular line to the line AB through the point B. So the formula that we are going to use, equation of the straight line, we say y minus y1 is equal to m, okay, open bracket. So this m should be the gradient for line 2. So we name it as m2. Then x minus x1. So we need to substitute. Where there is y, this will remain the way it is. Y minus y1, it's a 4 right there, equal to m2 is this gradient for line 2, which is negative 4 over a 3, open bracket. X minus x1 is a negative 6. So this will be a positive 6 because we multiply negative times negative, positive 6. Then from here, what we can do is we will say y minus 4, okay, y minus 4 is equal to negative 4 over 3 times these terms. So negative 4 over 3 times x, this will give us negative 4 over 3x. Negative times positive, it's a negative. Then negative 4 over 3 times 6. Right here we have a 6 here. This will give us 3 here, it's a 1. Then 3 into 6, it's 2. So 2 times 4, it will be 8. This is what you are going to have. Now, this is a fraction, so you need to get rid of this fraction. So you are going to multiply throughout with a 3. Okay, you multiply throughout with this 3 because the common denominator. So from here, we are going to have what? Right, so we multiply throughout with this 3 because it's the common denominator right here. So 3 times y, we are going to have 3y. 3 times negative 4, we are going to have negative 12 equal to 3 and 3 will cancel. You remain with negative 4x. So negative 4x minus 3 times 8, this will be a 24. So now this is very easy to work out with, okay? So we can collect the right terms, or we can group the variables together, the terms that have got a variable. So I can say 3y plus 4x is equal to negative 24 plus 12. Like this, it's fine. So we're going to have 3y plus 4x is equal to, so negative 24 plus 12, this will give us negative what? 12. So this is the equation of the perpendicular line for the line AB that at the point B. So we have answered our question what? Our question 1. Now we move on to question 2. Alright guys, so we are now on question 2 right here. Question 2 reads, solve the simultaneous equations. So this is the simultaneous equation that was carrying 5 marks, okay? So how can we solve this simultaneous equation? So we know this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. So it's very easy. You have x plus 2y is equal to 1. X squared plus y squared is equal to 2. So take the easiest equation. In this case, let's go with equation 1. So equation 1 is x plus 2y is equal to 1, okay? So since this x, the coefficient is 1, so make it as the subject of the formula, which will be x is equal to 1. This is positive 2y, it will be negative 2y, okay? So for equation 1, we have made this as the subject of the what? Of the formula. Now from here, we come with the equation 2, which is x2 plus y2 is equal to 2. So here, where there is x, we are going to put 1 minus 2y. So we'll say 1 minus 2y here in brackets, and then we square it because this x was squared, then plus y squared is equal to what? 2. Okay? Then from here, what are we going to do? So this 1 minus 2y squared, it simply means 1 minus 2y, again 1 minus 2y. So the same term was multiplied by itself twice, okay? Then plus y squared is equal to 2. So from here, we are going to say 1 times 1, it's a 1. 1 times negative 2y, it's negative 2y. Negative 2y times 1, it's negative 2y. Negative 2y times negative 2y, it's positive 4y squared. Then plus y squared is equal to what? 2. Alright, so from here we continue, say 1, negative 2y minus 2y to be negative 4y. Then plus 4y squared plus y squared. This will be a 5y squared is equal to 2. Okay, so from here we can get these 2 to come this side. We are going to have 1 minus 2, then minus 4y plus 5y squared is equal to what? 0. So from here we say 1 minus 2, this will be a negative 1, which is minus 4y, then plus 5y squared is equal to 0. So you can see that we are having a quadratic equation. So we can rearrange this quadratic equation where we have 5y squared minus 4y minus 1 is equal to 0. So this is the quadratic equation. Now we can solve it quadratically, meaning that we are going to have two values of y, okay, because this y is squared. So how can we solve this quadratic equation? So this can be solved quadratically using factorization method. So to use factorization method, we need to find the product and the sum. So the product is found by getting the coefficient of y squared, we multiply with a constant. So the coefficient of y squared is a 5. Okay, so product is equal to, so you say 5 times, the constant is a negative 1. So 5 times negative 1, the product will be a negative what? 5. Then when it comes to the sum, we are just going to get the coefficient of this y with the lowest power. So coefficient of this y is a negative 4. So we have the product negative 5, the sum negative 4. Now we need to come up with two numbers such that when we find their product, we are going to have negative 5. When we find their sum, we are going to have negative 4. So what are these two numbers? So the two numbers, when you multiply negative 5 times 1, this will give you negative 5, which is the product right here. Again, when you get the same numbers, negative 5 plus 1, this will give us a negative 4. So these two numbers are, we can use them, they are correct. So we are going to substitute right here where we have this. So we are going to maintain 5y squared, then we say plus y, then minus 5y, then minus 1. So I've just replaced on this term. So negative 1 has been maintained, is equal to what? 0. So from here, what are we going to do? There are 1, 2, 3, 4. We can enclose them in brackets like this. Then we factorize. So in the first bracket, what is common? It's y, open bracket. 5y squared divided by this y. We're just going to remain with 5y. Then plus y into y, it's 1. Okay? Minus, what is common right here? We have 5y minus 1. So the common term is a 1. Open bracket. 1 into this 5y. We get the same 5y. Negative times negative, it's a positive. 1 into 1, it's a 1. We cross, is equal to what? 0. So I hope that we are moving together. So from here, these two terms are similar. Just pick one where you say 5y plus 1 in brackets. Then this y minus 1. Y minus 1 is equal to 0. So from this stage, since we want to find the value of y, we can say 5y plus 1 is equal to 0, or y minus 1 is equal to 0. So for this one, we are going to have 5y equal to negative 1, because the positive 1 will go there to be 0 minus 1, which is negative 1, or y is equal to 1. So from here, we need to find the value of this other y. We need to divide by 5, even this side by 5. So this will cancel, remain with y is equal to negative 1 over 5, okay, or y is equal to 1. So these are the values of y. Now we need to find the value of what? Of x. So since we have found the value of y is equal to negative 1 over 5, or y is equal to 1, we need to find the value of x. Now remember, there is the first equation where we made x as the subject of the formula, which is this one, x is equal to y minus 2y. So we need to find the value of x when y is equal to negative 1 over 5, because y is having two values. So we are going to use the first value. So you say x is equal to 1 minus 2. So where there is y, we substitute with negative 1 over 5. Okay? So we are going to have x equal to 1. Negative times negative, it's a positive. So 2 times 1, it's 2 over 5. So from here, we are going to say x equal to, we divide by 1. Common denominator here is a 5. 1 into 5 is 5. 5 times 1, it's a 5. Plus 5 into 5, it's 1. 1 times 2, it's 2. Okay? So we just need to add where we say x equal to 5 plus 2, it's 7 over 5. So this is the value of x. Okay? Or you can leave it as a mixed fraction. 5 into 7, it's 1. Remainder 2 over 5. Now, let us find the value of x. So we say we get the same equation where x is equal to 1 minus 2y, okay, when y is equal to 1. Remember, we had two values, so we are going to say x is equal to 1 minus 2. Where there is y, we're going to put a 1. Okay, x is equal to 1 minus 2 times 1 is a 2. So x is equal to 1 minus 2 is negative what? 1. So our final conclusion, we are going to say, therefore, x is equal to 7 over 5, okay, or x equal to negative 1, okay. Then we also have y equal to negative 1 over 5, or y is equal to 1. So these are the values, okay. These are the values. So we have answered our question 2. Let us now move on to question 3. Alright guys, so we've now come to question 3 right here. Question 3 reads, find the values of k for which the line x plus y is equal to k is a tangent to the curve of x squared plus xy equal to y squared plus 5. So how can we find the values of this k? So this is simple. The way you can find the values of k, first thing, we have this first line which is a tangent to this. X plus y is equal to what? To k. Okay, this is what we have. So now what you need to do from here, this line is a tangent to this line, to this curve, which is x squared plus xy is equal to y squared plus 5. So you need to make y the subject of the formula, so that where there is y, you are going to substitute with what you are going to form. So we need to make this y, you say y is equal to k minus x. This x will go there. So this is it. We have made y the subject of the formula. So from here now, we are going to pick this point, this line where we have x squared plus xy is equal to y squared plus 5. So remember, where there is this y, we need to substitute with this because we have made y the subject of the formula. So we are going to have x squared plus x, open bracket, you put k minus x, yeah, it's k minus x, this one k minus x, then is equal to, so open bracket, where there is this y, you are going to put k minus x, then we square it, then plus a 5. So from here, what's next? We're going to say x squared plus x times k, we are going to have kx, x times negative x, we are going to have negative x squared, okay, equal to, so for this one, k minus x in bracket squared, it means it was multiplied by itself, which is k minus x, again k minus x, okay, then plus what? A 5. So from here, we say x squared plus kx minus x squared is equal to k times k squared, k times negative x will be negative kx, okay, then negative x times k, again negative kx, negative x times negative x is positive x squared, then plus a 5. So what has happened here is we have just multiplied k times k squared, k times x, kx, negative x times k, negative kx, negative x times negative x, positive x squared, then plus this 5 right here. So from here, what we can do is we have x squared right here and negative x squared. So this can cancel this and this, because even if you correct the right terms, these will cancel. This is having a negative. So from here, we are just going to remain with kx is equal to k squared. So negative kx minus kx, this would be negative 2kx, okay, then plus this x squared, then plus a 5, okay. So from here, we can see kx, there is another negative 2kx. So these again, they are like terms, okay. So you need to bring it here, we need to rearrange, so to say. So if this one goes, we remain with 0 is equal to, we have k squared minus 2kx. This is a positive, so it will be minus kx, okay, then plus x squared, then plus a 5. Okay, so from here we say 0 is equal to k squared negative 2kx minus kx. This will be negative 3kx, okay, then plus x squared plus a 5. So I hope that there's no one who's behind here, okay. All right, so from here now we are going to do this. Let us rearrange our equation. So we start with x squared. So you say x squared, okay, minus 3kx, then plus, this is a positive, k squared, then plus a 5 is equal to 0. So since we want to find the values of k, okay, so here we can go back to, if you go back to quadratic equation, you have something like this: ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So a is the coefficient of x squared, b is the coefficient of x with the lowest power, c is the constant. So when you look at this, a would be for this x squared, b would be for this negative 3kx, then c is this k squared plus 5. So what we are going to use now, we are going to use the discriminant. So this discriminant will be b squared minus 4ac. Okay, so from what we have, the b is a coefficient of this x, which is negative 3k. So I'll say in bracket negative 3k squared, because the b is squared, minus 4 in bracket. A is the coefficient of this x. In this case, it's a 1. A 1. Then c is this k squared plus 5. So you write k squared plus 5 equal to what? 0. Okay? Okay, so what I've done is the coefficient of x squared is presented by a. So a is equal to 1. Okay? B presented by this negative 3k. So b is equal to negative 3k. Okay? Then c is the constant presented by k squared plus 5. So k squared plus 5. Then you just substitute these values into the discriminant. This is what we have. So negative 3k squared means negative 3k times negative 3k, which will give us positive 9k squared. So negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. So negative 4 times k squared, we are going to have negative 4k squared. Then negative 4 times 5, this will give us negative 20, which is equal to what? 0. So from here, 9k squared minus 4k squared, these are like terms. So we're going to get a 5k squared minus 20 is equal to 0. So from here, you can say 5k squared is equal to 20. So the positive 20, the negative 20 has gone on this side. It's now a positive. So we divide by 5. Even this side we divide by 5. Okay. So from here we cancel this 5 and this 5. Okay. So 5 here it's a 1. 5 into 20 it's a 4. So we will remain with this. Let me write here. We remain with k squared is equal to 4. So the question was find the values of k. So we need to introduce a square root, even a square root. So this 2 and the square root to cancel. We remain with k is equal to plus or minus 2. So therefore, k is equal to 2, or k is equal to negative what? 2. These were the values of k. So we've now come to question 4 right here. So the function f and h are defined by function of f is equal to ax plus 6 over x. X is not equal to 0, and the function of h is equal to x plus 1 over x minus 3. X is not equal to 3. Find a h squared x. Okay, so let us find a h squared x. So h squared x simply means h times h of x. So we're having a function which will look like this, and this function, it's a composite function, meaning that this function of h is going to compose this function of h, which is at first. So we are going to write this function of h, which is x plus 1 over x minus 3. So this is the function of h. Now, here where there is x, okay, here where there is x, right here where there is x, we are going to substitute with this same function of what? H. Okay, so you take note of this. So I'm going to say here where there is h, we put x plus 1 over x minus 3 plus 1. Okay, we are done. Then we say over. So again here where there is this x, we put the same function. So we are going to have x plus 1 over x minus 3, okay, then minus this minus right here, then minus 3. So this is what we have. All right, so from here now we can try to work out what we have. So we are going to start with the numerator right here. So the numerator is x plus 1 over x minus 3 plus 1. Okay, so we divide by 1, then we do this. So the common denominator is x minus what? 3. So this x minus 3 into x minus 3, it's a 1. Okay, so we are just going to have 1 times x plus 1. We'll get x plus 1. Okay, then from here we have this plus 1 right here, so it's a plus. So this one we multiply x minus 3, or we say 1 into x minus 3, we'll get x minus 3, then times this one. Okay, so we'll get plus x, then minus 3. So this is just the numerator. So this numerator will give us x plus x. We are going to have 2x, then positive 1 minus 3, we are going to have negative 2. So this is the numerator. Okay, now you can check this one has been worked out. We have our denominator right here, and this denominator of ours is x plus 1 over x minus 3 minus 3. So you can also say this one, we say x plus 1 over x minus 3 minus 3. So we divide by 1. Common denominator is x minus 3. So here we can just say here this x plus 1 will multiply 1, we'll get x plus 1, then minus this 3 right here, this negative 3 will multiply this x minus 3. So I'll put it in bracket, I'll say x minus 3, then I'll cross. So from here we can now say x plus 1. So negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Negative times negative, it's positive 9 over x minus 3. So from here, remember we're just working out the denominator. So x minus 3x, this will be a negative 2x. Then positive 1 plus 9, this will be a positive 10 over x minus 3. So this is just the denominator. So from here we can proceed where we take this numerator over this denominator. So we'll say we have 2x minus 2. Okay, so this one here, it was over x minus 3, sorry for not including it. 2x minus 2 over x minus 3. So we use this one divided by negative 2x plus 10 over x minus 3. So from here we maintain 2x minus 2 over x minus 3. So this is a 2 right here. then times, we have changed this division sign to multiplication. So what will happen is this denominator will become the numerator, and the numerator becomes the denominator. So we are going to have negative 2x plus 10 over, okay, sorry for that. All right, so I wrote the same thing, negative 2x. So this, the numerator will be x minus 3 over negative 2x plus 10. So we can see this and this will cancel, it's a 1, even here 1. So we are going to have 2x minus 2 times 1 will get the same function, 2x minus 2 over 1 times this, you'll get negative 2x plus 10. This is what we are going to have. Okay, so from here we can do this. We say equal to, all right, so from here we have this 2x minus 2 over negative 2x plus 10. So we can factorize the numerator. Okay, we can factorize. We have the common number here is 2, so we can factor out a 2, open bracket. So we are going to have x, this 2 into 2x is just x minus 2 into 2, it's 1, cross over. So even here we have negative 2x plus 2. We have the highest common factor of 2 and 10, which is a 2. So we factor out a 2, open bracket. This 2 into negative 2x, negative 2 and 2 will cancel, remain with negative x, okay, then plus 2 into 10, it's a 5. This is what we have. So you can cancel these 2 and these 2. So our final answer will just remain with x minus 1 over negative x plus a 5. So this is our answer. Okay, remember we are finding h squared of x, so this is the answer right here. So we have answered this question. Let us now answer the second question. All right, so you have now come to question B right here. So find the value of f for which fh of 3 is equal to what? 6. So first thing, we take note of the function of f. They have told us that the function of fx is equal to ax plus 6, okay, over x. Then the function of h, they have told us that it's x plus 1 over x minus what? 3. So first thing, let us take note of this. So we have fh 3 is equal to 6. Okay, so the first thing, let us work out with this, because this is a composite what function. So this means the function of h, we will go and substitute where we have the variable x on the function of f. So the function of f is ax plus 6 over x. So here where we have this x right here, we are going to put the function of what? H. So we are going to have something like this. So where there is this x, we put the function of h, which is this one. So we are going to have a, okay, so here just where there is x, we will put x plus 1 over x minus 3, we cross, then there is a plus 6 right here, plus 6. So I've just substituted on this x, then we say over x. So where there is this x, we put the same function here, x plus 1 over x minus 3. So we say x plus 1 over x minus 3. So from here, let us now work out the numerator. All right, so we now work out the numerator. So we are going to have a times x. We are going to have ax plus a, because a times 1 is a, over x minus 3, then plus 6. Okay, so over x minus 3. Sorry, x plus 1, x plus 1 over x minus 3. So let us work out the numerator. So the numerator we have this ax plus a over 3 plus 6. Okay, so we say over 1. So we find the common denominator. It's x minus 3. So we are going to have x minus 3 into x minus 3. It's a 1. So you get ax plus a. Okay, then 1 into x minus 3 will get the same x minus 3. So it simply means that this positive 6 is going to multiply x minus 3 like this. Okay, so from here we are going to say ax plus a, then positive 6 times x are going to have positive 6x, positive 6 times negative 3 are going to have negative what? 18. Okay, over x minus a 3. So this that we have is our numerator. Okay, so let us now just substitute. So when we substitute, we are going to have ax plus a, then plus 6x minus 18, okay, over x minus 3 divided by, so we are dividing by this, which was x plus 1 over x minus a 3. So from here, what are we going to do? So we are going to do this. Let us change the sign. Okay, so this sign will be a times. So when this sign changes, this one becomes the numerator becomes the denominator. So we are going to have x minus 3 over x plus 1. Then here we write what we have, where we have ax plus a plus 6x minus 18, okay, over x minus a 3. So we can see this can cancel 1, even here 1. So we just remain with the ax plus a plus 6x minus 18 over x plus 1. So we are going to have ax plus a plus 6x minus 18 over x plus 1. Now, what we need to bear in mind is that, remember they told us that they said the function of this fh3 was equal to what? 6. So it means that right here where we have x, we are going to substitute with a 3, which is right here. So x is equal to a 3. When this fh is this that we have, so this should be equated to what? To 6, and we substitute where there is x, we put a 3. So we are going to have something like this. We are going to say a, okay, a, open bracket, we put a 3, then plus okay, then plus this one will just be a, not a 3. This will be just a, then plus a plus 6, then here we put a 3, okay, minus 18 over 3 plus 1 equal to what? 6. Then from here we can work it out. So we are just going to say a times 3, we are going to have 3a, then plus a and then plus 6 times 3, it's 18, minus 18 over 3 plus 1, it's a 4, equal to what? 6. So from here, let us work out something here. We can see we have something that we can work out. So what we can cancel is this 18 minus 18 is a 0. You can cancel this. 3a plus 4a plus a, it's 4a over a 4, equal to 6. So we divide this by 1, then we cross multiply. So 4a times a, you're going to have 4a, equal to 4 times 6, you're going to have 24. Alright, so from here we divide by 4, because we want to find the value of a, we divide by 4. So we just need to cancel where we say 4 and 4 will cancel. Therefore, a is equal to 4a1, 4 into 24, it's a 6. So a is equal to what? To 6. So we've come to the end of our lesson. Thank you so much, everybody, for having time to view this content. This has been your presenter, Mr. Mlenga. Bye-bye.